Hello and welcome to the Driving in Wyoming podcast. This is Aaron Turpin from AaronOnAutos.com. Today we're going to talk about the 2013 Toyota 4Runner Limited. If you remember back to the 1990s, the Toyota 4Runner was the off-road SUV to get. Everybody wanted one. Over the 30 years or so that it's existed, the 4Runner has been a great off-road machine. It's a capable people mover and a popular sport utility. In its more recent renditions, however, especially this last generation, it's a truck that just seems to have kind of been left behind. The 2013 Toyota 4Runner Limited has a lot going for it. It has a great heritage, it has a body-on-frame pickup truck build, a more than capable engine, and a look that isn't too boxy but doesn't quite have that off-road wannabe swayback of the crossovers. It retains some of the throwback goodies that are really only appreciated once you lose them. Things like that sliding back window and the fat old-school climate control knobs and such. It does not, however, retain its former off-road prowess, except in the trail package, and it definitely does not have some of the more premium creature comforts that today's crossovers in this price range usually have. The limited edition is the 4Runner's premium package, and for the 2013 4Runner, it means it has all the top-fitting Toyota has to offer in this mid-size SUV. Sadly, that includes a lot of cheap-feeling plastic, clunky controls, and weird ergonomics. The window controls are high up on the door sill where they're guaranteed to get wet when the window is down and it's raining, and where you have to lift your arm up very high to get to them. It also means that if you're like me and you hang your arm out the door a lot, you'll inadvertently swipe those buttons constantly. Worse, without the extra suspension goodies that come with that Trail Edition, the Limited is less than good off-road and becomes kind of a bobsled, actually, in mud and on the ice. Interestingly, Toyota seems to have made these trade-offs in order to improve the highway drive and passenger comfort for the 4Runner. In this regard, the Limited package is a very smooth driver that does ride very well, and it keeps those inside it comfortable. The only reason this would be mentioned, though, is because it's an SUV that's truck-based rather than a crossover. In a crossover, this is the norm. In fact, the 4Runner is boxed in by crossovers in Toyota's lineup. The small and very well-done 2013 Toyota RAV4 is below it, and the well-appointed and refined 2013 Toyota Highlander is just above it. The 4Runner itself is based on the chassis of the very capable Tacoma pickup, but the added rear box on the SUV means it has a higher center of gravity and thus much different driving ergonomics. As a people mover, the 4Runner works well in some respects but fails in others. It's high and hard to climb into for small children and those with less mobility. The third row is optional, but is really only fit for young teenagers and children, and it's 21 miles per gallon on the highway in the 4Runner Limited full-time four-wheel drive is very expensive. Cargo space is cavernous, though, and the interior space in the front and second row is excellent. Nobody, I don't care how large you are, will find these seats to be too small. All in all, it seems that the 2013 Toyota 4Runner Limited has become a little bit confused about where exactly it fits in the scheme of things. Competition from the very few true SUVs left on the market largely outclass all but the Trail Edition and the off-road, and the comfortable people movers that are in the crossover segment now are sporting much better economy and superior passenger ergonomics compared to the 4Runner. For the 2014 model year, the 4Runner improves in ergonomics and its highway drive, so maybe Toyota is considering that crossover route, although it hasn't actually taken it yet. So that's my assessment of the 2013 Toyota 4Runner Limited. This has been Aaron Turpin from AaronOnAutos.com with your Driving in Wyoming podcast. Talk to you again soon.